Hey, welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time, my name is Franklin, and on this channel I draw portraits while talking about thoughts, feelings and stories that usually come to us when things get quiet. So today's video is going to be slow. There's no tutorial, no step-by-step teaching. You can watch the drawing or you can just listen to my voice and let it play in the background. Either way is completely fine. I recommended watching this video at night or at least when you're not in rush. Grab your headphones, lower the brightness a little and just get comfortable. If you like calm art videos or if you tend to overthink late at night, you might connect with this one. And if you do enjoy this kind of content, you can subscribe to the channel and come back whenever you need something slow and quiet. Alright, let's start drawing. I don't usually plan what I'm going to draw. I sit down, I pick up the pencil, and I let my hand move. Tonight is one of those nights. If you're watching this late, or if you're listening while lying down, this might feel familiar. Some faces don't look sad, they don't look angry, they don't even look broken. They just look tired, not tired of work, not tired of people, tired of thinking. This is a face of someone who thinks too much at night. And while I draw this portrait, I want to talk about that feeling. The night thinkers. There are two kinds of people. People who fall asleep as soon as their head touches the pillow, and people whose mind wakes up exactly at that moment. Their mind wakes up exactly at that moment. And if you're the second kind, you already know. The room is quiet, the lights are off, your phone is face down, and suddenly everything you ignored during the day shows up. Small moments, old conversations, things you said, things you didn't say. You replay them again and again. Not because you want to, but because your mind doesn't know how to stop. That's who this face belongs to. Someone who looks calm from the outside, but is loud on the inside. Why the eyes looks heavy? When I started drawing this portrait, the first thing I noticed was the eyes. They're not crying, they're not white, they're heavy. Like someone who has stayed awake too many nights, thinking about things they can't change anymore. People think overthinking means worrying about the future, but most of the time, it's about the past. Moments that are already over but still live rent-free in your head. You don't miss the moment, you miss who you were before it happened. That's why the eyes look like this. Not sad, just aware. Daytime is easy. There's noise, people, responsibilities. Your mind stays busy. But night is honest. At night, there's no distraction, no pretending. You lie there and think about, why did I say that? Why didn't I say this? Why am I like this? Why can't I be normal like others? The questions don't come one by one, they come all together. And you don't answer them, you just let them sit. That's why the mouth in this portrait isn't smiling. That's not sad either, it's holding words back. Here's something I have noticed. The people who overthink the most are usually the people who care the most. They think before speaking, they replay conversations, they worry about how others feel. They notice small changes in tone, small pauses, small expressions, and because they notice everything, they blame themselves for everything too. This phase belongs to someone who asks, did I hurt them? Did I do enough? Am I enough? Even when no one asks them to. The face you show versus the face you hide. Most people will never see this face. They'll see the versions that smiles, the version that jokes, the version that says, I am fine. But this portrait, this is a version that comes out after midnight. When you stop performing, when you stop explaining, when you finally let yourself feel tired, not physically, emotionally. This is a face you make when you're alone with your thoughts and you don't know which one to listen first. Overthinking isn't about intelligence, it's about control. You think if you analyze everything enough, you'll prevent pain. You think if you replay things enough, you'll fix them. But the truth is, thinking doesn't always lead to answers. Sometimes it just leads to exhaustion. That's why this phase looks like it doesn't rested in a long time. Not because it hasn't slept, because it hasn't stopped thinking. This drains comfort of night. And yet there's something comforting about the night. No expectations, no messages, no pressure to reply, just you and your thoughts. For some people, night is lonely. For overthinkers, night is where they finally feel understood. Even if it hurts a little, that's why this portrait feels quiet, not dramatic. It's not screaming, it's whispering. Who this face really is. This face could be anyone. Someone watching this right now. Someone listening with their eyes closed. Someone who feels seen from the first time. Maybe it looks like you. Maybe it looks like someone you know but never truly understood. That's the thing about portraits. Sometimes they don't capture how someone looks, they capture how someone exists. I didn't name this portrait because giving it a name would limit it. This face isn't about one person, it's about every person who lies awake at night, thinking about life a little too deeply. If this feels familiar, you're not broken, you're just human. And if you stay till the end, thank you for sitting with this face and with these thoughts for a while. You're not alone with them. I didn't sit down today thinking I'd tell a story. I just wanted to draw. Some days drawing feels like work, other days it feels like breathing. Today feels like the second one. If you're watching this, I don't know what time it is for you, but this video feels like a night video. The kind you don't actively search for, the kind you just let play. I'm not going to teach you anything today. I'm not going to explain techniques. I'm just going to draw this face and talk. This face appeared before I fully understood it. That usually means there's something underneath. This is the face of someone who thinks too much at night. There's a strange moment that happens late at night. When the world finally slows down, no traffic sounds, no notifications, no expectations, just quiet. For some people, that quiet feels peaceful. For others, that's when everything starts. Thoughts you push away during the day suddenly show up like they were waiting in line. You don't invite them, they come anyway. That's who this face belongs to. Someone who looks normal all day but become a thinker when the lights go off. Overthinking isn't dramatic. It doesn't look like panic attacks or crying on the floor. Most of the time, it looks exactly like this face. Quiet, still, blank from the outside. People won't ask if you're okay because you don't look like you're struggling. You just look calm, but calm doesn't always mean peaceful. Sometimes calm just means silent. Some minds don't know how to rest. Even when the body is tired, the mind keeps moving. It jumps from one memory to another, a conversation from years ago, something embarrassing, something unresolved. You tell yourself, why am I thinking about this? But the mind doesn't answer. It just keeps going. That's why the eyes in this portrait aren't sharp, they are worn. Overthinkers think a lot about people, about how others feel, about how others see them. They reply tone of voice, facial expressions, poses. They wonder, did they mean that? Was that my fault? Should I have reached? Should I have reacted differently? Sometimes they blame themselves for things that were never theirs to carry. This face carries weight that doesn't belong to it. You might notice the face isn't really looking straight to you. It's slightly turned away. That's intentional. People who overthink rarely confront directly. They look sideways. They observe. They process internally. They don't always speak their thoughts. They think them first, again and again, until the moment passes. Have you ever been somewhere, but your mind was somewhere else? Talking to people, but thinking about something that happened last night. Laughing, but replying a memory in your head. Overthinkers live like that a lot. Physically present, mentally elsewhere. That's why this portrait feels distant. Not disconnected, just somewhere else inside. Thinking deeply has a cost. You understand people better, but you feel things heavier. You notice details others ignore, but you can't see them. You're aware, but awareness can be exhausting. The face isn't weak, it's tired from carrying too much awareness. Night removes distractions, no work to focus on, no conversations to manage, just you and your thoughts. And when there's nothing to interrupt them, they grow louder. That's why overthinkers often stay awake late. Not because they want to, but because their mind refuses to power down. This phase belongs to someone who knows that feeling well. And still, there's comfort in it. Being awake when the world sleeps feels honest. No pretending, no performing, just existence. Some people find peace in sleep, others find peace in quiet thinking, even if it hurts a little. That's why it's very important to think straight. And that's why this portrait doesn't feel tragic. It feels honest. Let me say this clearly. This face is not sad. It's reflective. There's a difference. Sadness wants to escape. Reflection wants to understand. This face is trying to understand life, even when it gets tired. Not everyone will understand this portrait. Some people will scroll past it, but some people will stop. Those are usually the people who think too much too. The one who feel seen by quiet things. The ones who listen more than they speak. I could have made this face smile. I could have added drama, but I didn't. Because overthinking doesn't look dramatic. It looks like this. Still, pause, mid-thought. If this face feels familiar to you, if you see yourself in it doesn't mean something is wrong with you. It just means you're aware. And awareness is heavy sometimes. As I finish this drawing, I don't feel like I'm completed something. I don't feel like I've completed something. It feels more like I paused something. Like this face will keep thinking even after the video ends, just like we do. I won't name this portrait because the face doesn't belong to person. It belongs to every person who has ever started at sailing at night, thinking about life. If you stayed till the end, thank you for staying. Not just with this video, but with the thoughts. You're not the only one who thinks this way.